Hey everybody, it's the UberChat. We're going by UberChat now because there's this fucking asshole on SoundCloud that already has Ubercast as a thing. You know who you are.
He's gonna watch this video?
I doubt he listens to us or watches us.
We watch him. No, we don't. I guess I'm the host this time around. Miguel Meatman Mendoza.
Raymond the Beast Padilla.
And I'm just Connor, so...
That's Critical Connor.
Critical... That's what Andrew calls me.
Yeah, I think it sounds dumb.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
He came with it on the spot, and I was like, that sounds stupid.
Cockbag Connor?
Cockbag Connor.
Corkscrew
That's
Connor.
funny. Ku Klux Connor? Oh, God.
No, I said corkscrew.
He said corkscrew, you terrible man.
Jeez.
I'm not the racist one.
You guys are talking about alliteration earlier.
Alright, let's abandon ship.
Moving on. Actually going into the podcast. We want to start out that the PS4 is continuing to outsell the Xbox One. Last February, the total consoles sold was at 36 million for the PS4 to 19 million on the Xbox One. And then it also outsold it last February, which, you know, it's not really news, but like, I think in response to this like downward trend, Microsoft is having a price drop to $300. They're saying it's temporary. But as you know, last time, that wasn't the case.
I don't know if I'd call it a downwards trend. There's occasionally a month where the Xbox will outsell
Every
the
once
PS4.
in a while, yeah. That happened, I think, every time they did the little drop. Didn't they?
Usually I think when they do the holiday sale, the $50 off, they get a big old rise in sales. And just because of the holidays.
True. Actually, not really anybody cares about the whole war anymore after Microsoft admitted PS4 won. Yeah, so... It's not a big deal. I'm an Xbox fan. I don't really care as long as I got my system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think a pretty interesting thing to know here is that the Wii U is $300 as well. So,
oh God, we lost.
that used to be something as when the Wii U came out, they were saying, well, it's still cheaper than the other systems. Now it's actually right there, neck and neck in it, because they dropped the Wii U down to $300. Now you can get an Xbox One for $300.
Little bit of a life hack here. You can actually go get a Wii U system from the pawn shop for about $60 to $70 because most pawn shop think it's the actual Wii.
Oh, that's
and then
terrible.
you can just go buy the gamepad itself for what, $90 I think, something like that. So a little bit of life hack. There you go.
That is an interesting life hack.
Save a chunk of change.
Yeah. One thing that came out of this though, that like kind of mixes in with this news, is that Microsoft, they're doing their cross-platform gaming. That was a big news this week.
That's something I really want to see what Microsoft is really going to take forward into that kind of action. Because I don't think it's really going to. It goes with the flick off thing. You guys won't be able to see it, but he flicks off every single time we do it. Something random too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Skateboard in the thing, but anyway. I don't know how Microsoft is going to take this forward into the next era of the Xbox or even PlayStation 4.
Well, they're starting off with Rocket League, which isn't really that like new of an idea because Sony already does that on PS4. PS4 and Rocket League have always been cross-play between the PC.
Was it only PS4 before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The PS4 version. Yeah, because I saw you last night. You're like, they've been doing that on Rocket League, and
yeah.
No, there's about 2 or 3 games that was cross-play between Xbox and PC.
What, like fucking Shadowrun?
Very few games.
Cross-play or or cross-sale?
Cross-play.
Oh, okay.
Don't know exactly what games.
I think Final Fantasy XI did it, and Shadowrun, both on 360.
I think so, yes, but it's still, they can do it.
And there's probably more.
Yeah, there's probably more that we just don't know.
It's always been possible to do it with PC because there's nobody that owns PC and is preventing people from creating crossplay. This Microsoft is essentially telling Sony, "Hey, let's
war's over. Let's deal.
Let's let everybody play together."
Yeah, and I think one thing to note about it was that Sony they were kind of lukewarm on the idea, and they didn't outright they didn't deny it, and they didn't say, "Yeah, we'll do that." They were kind of like, sounds like it could be a good idea.
They're like, we can't even secure our own network.
Yeah.
They're gonna piggyback off ours. It's terrible.
The PSN's always been shitty.
It has.
It has always been a shit.
And now that they're actually starting to get money from them, actually to buy PlayStation, their service is actually getting better.
It's only gotten better in terms of value.
Yeah.
As far as security and like service goes, it's still down way more frequently. There's still been more breaches.
Yeah,
true, very true.
It seems like every year there's a PSN hack. Everyone's fucking credit card information has been stolen, and
That's a joke my friends always make. Anytime the PSN is down, they're like, "Oh man, I wish they would just like charge us monthly to like, pay for upkeep and maintain this network."
And then when they started paying for it, they're like, "Give us back our money if you're not going to do anything with it."
yeah, I mean they require PlayStation Plus now.
Yeah.
So
Like, oh, great, I get fucking 12 indie games a year that I don't give a shit about.
24.
No, 12 indie games. Well, sometimes they do.
Sometimes they give you a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
At least 12. Minimum of 12.
I remember when PSN first came out for the Vita, for PS Plus. I mean, not PSN, but when PS Plus first came to the Vita, it was like, oh hell yeah, these are some sick ass games. And then it was like, here's some games you could literally buy for $4 when they first come out.
Well, because there were no Vita games before. It was like, here's Dragon's Crown, here's Gravity Rush. That's
Yeah.
it.
Leave Gravity Rush out of that, alright? That's one of my favorite games of all time.
No,
Oh,
I'm
it's a
saying
great
because
game.
there were no Vita games, they had to give you the high-profile Vita games, because what else were they going to give you? Old PlayStation 1 games?
Yeah, like
They could at least give us like a 5-pack.
they were giving actually old.
Yeah, that's what they ended up
They were
doing.
giving out PSP games and everything. People were like, we've already played all these. We don't
Yeah.
fucking need PSP games. And
Put out
then
Crisis Core, Monster Hunter, Freedom Unite.
yeah, they were giving out that, and they finally were like, okay, no more PSP games after this date. And I was like, fuck, I'm still downloading those all on my PSP.
Well, you could have went on the laptop and actually downloaded them and then download them later on in life.
I was gonna say something that's somewhat of a like gamer hack is
Game hacks.
if you download the PS Plus games onto a PSP, like a PSP Go or the 3000s or any of those, even if your thing runs out, well, you point at me because I have a PSP Go. I love that thing. I bought all the weird shit, man. But if you download the games onto it, they won't go off the system when your PS Plus expires. It'll still play because it doesn't connect to the online anyways. The Vita, if it runs out, even if it's not connected to the internet, it has the
A
timer
timer?
basically.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
It's like it sets like that's the day his thing runs out. So if he doesn't connect to the internet, those games are useless now, and then he'll have to. It's like you have to actually re-sign in to up your games again.
Wow, that is a
That's
handful of
terrible.
horse sticks.
Yeah, but with a PSP, you have all you're like, I'm not gonna go on, I'm not paying for my PS Plus this year or anything like that. You got all your games on there still.
Just to elaborate, a handful of horse sticks is usually literally one horse stick.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If you guys heard the podcast before, you will now see our prime example of why he has obsession with dicks, buttholes, and titties. Titties is understandable.
Wait, they're gonna see the reason why?
Yes, because
I'm gonna be
he'll
all up
do
inside your
that-
buttholes.
He'll do the whole like animations, like he'll do the whole thing with his hands. Like there's a handful of horse dicks, or that's a bunch of those assholes.
Oh God,
You're the one who brought up the goat assholes.
I know, but you'll be doing it. I know you would. That's gonna be your thing.
Jesus.
Nah, this is my goat assholes gesture. Just
Okay.
the okay or fucking F.
Anyway.
Actually, let's go ahead and move on to what we're
Yes.
talking about.
Yeah, how did we already get derailed?
No more goat assholes and goat dicks. Moving on, continuing with this whole trend of weird new shit going on with the Xbox One and PS4. There's the PS 4.5 being rumored around, and it's a pretty like, it's not like random assholes are just saying PS 4.5 and whatnot. And then it's actually developers who have been like having these like basically dev kits, and they've been nicknaming it the PS 4K. It's supposedly going to boost the PlayStation 4 for PSVR to make it a smoother game experience, and also possible 4K gaming, which sounds expensive as fuck.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
That's what
'cause
they were saying. They were saying that because the PS4 can already stream 4K video content
I thought it was unable to at launch.
at launch. Well, remember when 3D
Been about
they
3
did it. They
years.
did it on the PS3. They fucking threw 3D on it, and everyone was like, "Whoa, shit! I got a 3D Blu-ray player." And it's like, yeah, you do now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the same thing with the PS4. You can do 4K streaming and whatnot, and I don't. This seems weird because there's if this does happen, Is there going to be an attachment to make people with existing PS4s, be able to upgrade their PS4? Is it going to make it so that, people have to buy a new PS4K?
Well, what they might do is what Microsoft usually does with the Xbox is when a new Xbox comes out, they might do a limited time sale, like a 2-day sale. You can take your Xbox, let's say like your back when the 360 Kinect came out, you could take your 360 in there and trade it up to the next one for only like $100 more or $50 more. Mm-hmm. So they might be doing that.
Which doesn't sound like a bad idea if they'll do hardware or hard drive transfers. Transfer your save files and whatnot over. Yeah. Not install your games, but
that actually was a huge deal that some people were making, because one guy was like, if they don't, transfer all my files, he's like, I don't know if I could part with PT. And that's actually a good point, because you can't get that shit anymore, even if you had it before.
It's a power move. They're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah. Get rid of the V. Konami was like, do it.
Do it. What are they slipping fucking, what's his name? Shuhei Yoshida?
Yeah.
They're slipping Shuhei Yoshida a fucking $100 bill. He's like, what the fuck is this?
I make $1 billion a second.
Oh, Jesus. That'd be amazing. A lot of money.
Wish I had that. We wouldn't be in here.
And the same thing was going on, apparently same thing going on with Xbox. Like Phil Spencer was talking about wanting to upgrade.
Yeah, I haven't looked too much into it, but yeah, Phil Spencer has mentioned the prospect of upgradable hardware on the Xbox, right. Which sounds...
People are calling it the Xbox One 2.
Xbox
One 2. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking 1 2.
So I don't know why.
Xbox.
Yeah. Oh shit. That's...
Hey, I heard your girlfriend was a boxer. You think you mind she'll give me a couple blows?
Oh jeez. All right.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay. Yeah. So I like that. I like that idea. I like the idea. I would also not mind, because we already talked about how PS4 might bring in your old PS4, get the new one for a discount. I also wouldn't mind if the Xbox was like, haha, surprise motherfuckers, you can take off this entire half of the Xbox.
Oh, because it's split. They're like, this whole time it was like this.
No one ever knew.
And come buy a big ass fucking GPU unit, like an ATM machine. Sorry, that was redundant. Come buy a new GPU, throw that shit in there, fucking game in higher resolutions.
The biggest thing I have to say about that, though, is, like, what's the goddamn point of consoles then at that point with, if they're upgrading consoles? One of the biggest, appeals of consoles was, you get the game and play it, and you never had to worry about upgrading.
That's not entirely... Okay, so it would still be a cheaper starting point, first off. Also, not everybody has the capabilities
of building.
Yes, to build a computer. You could feasibly put together a decent gaming computer for the price of a console.
Yeah,
$400 roughly. You could get something that could play most games at least on low settings. Most games, not fucking.
Yeah, you could.
Not probably Arc.
I don't know about Arc. Arc's fucking unoptimized dog shit. But I've built some PCs for friends that were $500 or less, and those were able to still run, Fallout 4, Witcher, and Witcher 3. Actually, I'll specify that there are 3 Witchers. Witcher 3 ran on it.
Well, yeah.
So
charge me $600.
But that's where we're getting at. Fucking Arc is in alpha. Once it's actually finished, and may even, I doubt it.
I don't know.
Let's say it goes to console.
Actually, that's the plan. It's
already on console technically.
Fixes and goes to console. Like no more alpha bug shit going on. Take that out of the equation, the early access thing, which PC users get to do. And honestly, like, fucking motorcycle dudes. And honestly, like, think about it that way. You can build a PC for $400 to $500, and if this whole upgrade is going to cost you $100 or even more, you could buy a graphics card that same low tier graphics card in that same amount of time gap difference, and there you go. You're literally doing almost the same thing.
I suppose so. Okay.
I get it, because it's it's literally them making it. They're like, this will work. This upgrade is a legit upgrade, but at the same time, it's kind of gets rid of that whole I bought a console and don't need to deal with it. Even though there's only been... Is it only one game that came up with the new 3DS that's only for the new 3DS? The Xenoblade Chronicles?
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles. There's probably more.
I don't know if there's any others that were made, but it's like...
Right off brand one.
If you know, leave a comment, like, favorite, and subscribe.
Jesus. Just fucking blast them with like a shit ton of pop-ups.
It's like, here's our Twitch, here's our YouTube, here's our SoundCloud.
Here's our Pornhub. No.
Oh my god.
That's,
Connor eats Miguel.
we all know you go there.
Apparently, it's one of the safest porn sites you can go on. Thanks, Connor.
Thanks to me, I did
Yes,
that?
Well, he told me the information.
Actually, context. They did a thing about viruses. Apparently, porn sites are actually safe for the most part, like the legit porn sites. And then religious sites are actually more likely to give you viruses. Who would have known? Yeah.
People that do cybersecurity.
Yeah. Well, cybersecurity people, but I'm saying general population, you know, they're just like, what the fuck?
You see, Mom? It wasn't me. It was you. Okay? You went on the ChristianMingle.com or whatever it's called.
FarmersOnly.com.
Now, what I'm getting at, though, is I could kind of see this whole upgrade happening because they are saying that it's an upgrade basically meant for the VR, which is understandable. You know, the VR, it takes more to run VR programs. I mean, that's a big reason why they say you need this really high-end PC to run the VRs. I mean, it's surprising, since we've talked about this. PlayStation VR, the price announced for $400, and it's coming out this October, supposedly.
Still don't think it's worth it.
Well, that's the thing, is, so, here's PSVR, $400, PlayStation console, $350. That's $750, leaving you $50 cheaper than an HTC Vive, which is the one for the PC. Yeah. That means it's cheaper to actually be playing VR games than it is to actually be playing them than it is to even buy the VR headset, not counting the price of the computer. So, like, with HTC Vive, you're going to need, not only are you going to need this $800 headset, but you're also going to need a $1,000 PC.
Computer, yeah.
My PC can't run it, and I have an $800 one right around that area. So, yeah, fuck, you know, it's...
So don't expect any reviews out of us anytime soon.
You know, take it that way. It's cheaper to go on it. So this is that. You know, it sounds expensive first. It's like, oh shit, I'm paying more than the console for a headset.
True, very true.
But it's cheaper than everyone else, even still. And you're gonna be playing.
I also saw on the on a website, 60% of people also said that the PlayStation VR might drop, kind of like how the PlayStation camera did in the PlayStation.
Well, so here's the thing. So they have the starter pack that's coming out. Mm-hmm. So the headset itself is $400. They have pre-orders up and right now for the starter pack, which is going to be $500, and that will come with 2 motion controls, those ones that look like dildos. You know, and then they look like little glowing ball dildos.
I thought this was child-friendly content.
This is oh god no.
Who the fuck told you that?
Yeah, it fucking says on our website we are not family friendly.
Sure.
Real quick. You mentioned the Vive.
And then there's the Oculus Rift for $600.
$600. Releasing fucking 10 days from when we record this.
Oh yeah, that's true. And so 8 days from when this is
up. 8 days.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about that.
Look at that. We recorded on Fridays, posted on Sundays. Alright. Yeah, that's just how it works.
Legit. Cut that
out. No.
So we're doing video now, we're not cutting shit.
So as this goes, fuck, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's cheaper to get going. I mean, obviously the Oculus Rift is still cheaper than, you know, the $750, but you still have to buy a computer with Oculus Rift. And
yeah, because if you're counting the price of the PS4, it's only fair to count the price of your PC.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's like you can buy the headset for $600 to $800. You're not playing VR though with that headset. This, it's, you know, $750. Well, let's go ahead and call it $850 because they're saying, you know, it's called the Essentials Pack. It's for $100 more for $500. You get the 2 little dildos. You get the PlayStation Eye because apparently that's used in there. It's the PlayStation Eye, and then you're also getting a game. I think it's more of like a playhouse to like mess around with the technology. And yeah, it's, you know, that's still $850.
Yeah, they're doing the VR plus hand tracking thing.
Yeah, I mean, you need that that hand tracking is
Not
probably...
to mention what kind of sensors you're going to need to put in the corner, because the Oculus Rift and something else. I don't remember.
No.
What's the Vibe?
Oh, he's talking about the Vibe,
Sensors
how they
you have
have...
to put in the corner of the room. Some of them do need that.
They're doing a mapping thing now, too?
Oh, that's for that's for if you buy the whole station. That's actually even another price in its own.
Oh, okay. I thought that came with it.
No, God, no. It's just it's literally just like the headset that has motion in it and high-res screens.
Well, it should not even be the actual headset. It'll just be like sitting, put your phone in.
The screens themselves, they're essentially two 1080p screens. It's a weird resolution, but it's 1080 pixels up and down. So, I mean, that goes with what we were discussing before. 4K phones would actually be golden on that because that's more pixels needed.
What we were discussing last
Yeah,
week?
when we were discussing about how it's, we were saying how he thought that, the screens on phones just didn't work out right. But it's like they do have the pixels for it, so...
It's just because it's not the same ratio in width to your eyes.
Uh-huh.
It would be high enough resolution, but because, like, its phone is this size...
Yeah.
It's not the Oculus is probably wider to get around into your
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Semi-peripheral vision.
Yeah, the pixels are probably bigger, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably that. Phones are getting bigger, so...
That's true.
The headset's gonna be bigger too?
When you put this in your face, it's still like, oh, this is pretty fucking jarring.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, I can already see it happening where, VR is going to start moving to phones, like I was saying last week. VR is going to... I feel like that's just going to be the route that it goes. VR is going to go towards phones. You're going to use your phone for your VR headset. There's going to be companies that go, this is perfect for VR. Like, they'll make phones where they're, like, the feature that the phones are talking about is VR. We've already got those curved display phones.
I was going to say, LG is going to make a curved phone.
Yeah, they already have one, like a curved phone.
It's just the back is curved.
Isn't there? There's one with a curved screen.
I
can't remember which one it is.
The Samsung Galaxy Edges have curves around the
there's curves at
these
bezels.
sides.
Yeah, I've seen a phone that's like this shape, like with the screen and everything.
Really?
It's like this little...
I've seen it too.
It has this little slight curve to it.
Supposedly you're supposed to use it for multiple things. You're going to stand your phone like this. And,
oh yeah, there's something like that.
You also can, just in case, like if you need to, you can actually...
Well, it's supposed to. It's also that it's also that panoramic look to it. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like phone companies are literally like, yeah, this is a VR phone, and people will fucking buy the phone for VR. What's that?
Oh, I just wanted, when you said it has a slight curve to it, I was going to say, like my dick!
Oh, God. Always about the dicks, ain't it?
Yeah.
Told you. It's all about the dicks for him. Dicks, butthole, and titties. That's it.
I don't think I talk about assholes that much.
You do. You do.
Honestly, though, going back to this PS4 VR, this actually has me a bit more excited, because that's a much more reasonable point of purchasing.
Oh yeah, if the fucking Rift was $400, yeah, I would be like, oh shit, I might do that at some point in time. $600, no, fuck you.
Yeah, they were saying that
not you, Mike, you, whoever
Oculus
you are
Rift.
at Oculus.
Fucking Facebook.
Yeah,
Didn't Facebook buy Oculus?
did they?
Yeah, I believe they acquired them.
I thought that Microsoft.
I think because everyone was talking shit about it, like, oh, Oculus Rift was such a good thing. Now we're gonna get all these like, they're like showing up the bullshit Farmville apps and everything going on.
I was gonna say heyday on Oculus Rift. That'd be funny. My mother-in-law would buy that for sure.
Probably Facebook then.
Yeah, I'm like 98% sure it was Facebook. But yeah, I mean it's a pretty cool concept going on. That even though my computer's almost there, that just seems that's such like a low like install base that would happen. That developers are gonna be like, okay, we have this tech, but fucking 9 people have it.
Connect syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. Connect syndrome. That's a perfect example. No one fucking bought the Kinect, and then everyone called the Kinect a gimmick. So then when people wanted to make real games, they're like, fuck it.
And then when Microsoft was like, okay, we'll fix it. Everybody gets a Kinect when they buy an Xbox. People fucking shit on them.
Right?
So it's your fault. It's you who were against the Kinect at Xbox One launch. It is your fault.
Hey, I mean, I can't blame him. Like, we were talking about, fucking Peter Molyneux was like, look at this awesome fucking AI program that totally doesn't exist and wasn't, like... Yeah, he was like, yeah, this isn't scripted, this isn't acted, this is legit as hell. And it's like, No, it's not. That's a false promising. Like, that's a lie as fucking far as you can throw them.
What I want to know is the real question is how many people are going to buy the Oculus Rift because it's a new big thing coming out, and who's actually not going to be aware of they have to buy it?
That they have to have a fucking BB
Some
PC.
people are going to do that. It's going to be hilarious to find out who. Because you know when the Oculus Rift comes out in 8 days from now.
Now that you're watching it.
Now that you're watching it.
Or listening, watching. Whatever you're doing.
Anyways.
Whatever's
Jerking it.
When it comes out, who's actually going to be the one to get screwed? And how many people on YouTube are going to get reviews saying, I can't play this thing? You know that's going to happen.
They're going to do that, and then they're going to get shit on by everyone who's like, check the system specs next time, shitbag.
Ask somebody who knows.
Yeah.
Before you buy it at the store, ask them.
No, I was gonna say that's gonna be the new Best Buy pepper in. They're like, you could buy this PC or you can buy this one that can do VR. And people are like, VR, what's that? And they're like, and then they're gonna like
virtual reality.
They're gonna fucking be like, here you go. And then people are gonna be like, whoa, I'm gonna fucking buy the whole kit. Like, just drop that money.
Be more descriptive. Come on, man. Not everybody's watching on YouTube.
Oh, that's right. Fucking, I would pop the fucking headset on you.
Yeah.
They slap it. They literally smash it into your face. They already do that, though.
Strap you to a chair and lower it down on a machine.
Like,
Sorry, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Have either of you walked into a Best Buy recently?
I'm scared to.
We went to Best Buy.
That's right, you were there. I mean, you saw them with the chairs and everything, though. They got, like, the Samsung VR and the Google goggles and all that stuff. And they're like, come have a seat.
Looking like the cover from The Suffering.
They have Chris Hansen walking. Why don't you have a seat over there?
Yeah, exactly. I know I've seen a couple of those things that really, like, the resolution was, like, really off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I think that was because they were using 1080p phones. This was a while ago when I tried it. It was before they started having 4K phones.
I think we should move on to the next topic now.
About VR? Well, that was mostly everything I saw. Is there anything new that you would like to add?
Well, the Lindsay Lohan Grand Theft Auto case is reopened.
Fucking dumb bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know why she wants to try this again. She kind of won last time. She didn't win all the way, but she did win. But she's actually suing for 15% of Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto profit, and I think that's retarded.
Yeah,
because the real model for that would totally get 15%.
Yeah, I know.
2% you several.
I'm pretty sure the real model didn't even get a percentage like value. She got a set amount and was paid that and done. And even then, it was fucking Kate Upton likeness. Like, they used the model to look more like her. Like, there's even poses of Kate Upton in the exact same pose. And that's what originally when I first saw it, I was like, they got fucking Kate Upton on here. What the hell? And I noticed actually though, there has to be something going on because the PS4 and Xbox One version have a different girl on the disc.
Do they?
Really?
Yeah. They have this Latina chick on there.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I have to look at that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, they fucking changed it. Oh,
look at this motherfucker.
Told you to fucking silence your goddamn phone.
I turned it off. Sorry.
Yeah, they changed the disc there, so maybe that was part of it. And I don't fucking know. Like, is Lindsay Lohan is trying to do everything she can to be relevant. So. Like, that's all it is, really.
The last movie she starred in was what? What's it called? She wasn't even a star in Scary Movie 5.
Oh,
last time I saw her.
Charlie Sheen and her were just kind of
making a sex tape. I've never done this before.
Yeah. Maybe she's not doing everything she can to stay relevant. Maybe she's doing everything she can to stay housed
or to
in a home.
Or to keep that drug habit going.
Oh shit, man!
Oh my god,
that's a horrible thing to say, but
it's probably true.
Might be true. She is an addict. I don't actually know.
I don't fucking know. I don't really care either.
It was like 10 years ago when she was actually in the news. It's like, that's the like. She hasn't
like 40
done
now?
anything. I don't know. She owns a fucking like clothing line or something like that.
Huh.
Cracks RS.
Wow.
Or yeah, something. But I mean, Jesus, this whole fucking like against Rockstar. It's like, what the fuck?
Why do you keep trying? I mean, you kind of won last time. Leave it at that. You won technically.
That sounds weird to describe. Kind of won. What? Explain. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay, the judges, all of them, agreed that the girl in the picture does kind of look like her, but
she also looks like every single white girl that lives in Southern California.
True,
with fucking jean shorts and a crop top and a fucking
She's in a,
most of
There was another one specifically. They were saying that because in game there's that the paparazzo mission where you go after that. I think you're Michael and you're taking pictures. And was it Franklin? It's the one where you go in and she's fucking getting banged on the coffee table in the back of like a mansion area.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. You're Franklin. You have to go with that one guy, one photographer guy.
Yeah, it's called Paparazzo was the mission. She was using that thing too, and it's like she's literally like I think there was a white fedora too. It's like she's literally dressed like every fucking white girl nowadays.
Yes,
go ahead.
I know what mission you're talking about, but actually, that's not what she's going after this time. There's another character in the game. I think her name's Lacey something or something like that. She's actually in the game, and supposedly that's actually her. She's an actress who went to speech therapy, tried to get her voice sounding as American as she can or as right as she could. It's just pretty much like a whole bunch of other things that are similar to her life, but obviously they're nowhere near the same.
Okay.
I don't know. Even still, like chiming in on 15% of the profits. It's like, yo, I want 15%, even though that is like not relevant towards the story or gameplay, and everyone kind of glossed over it anyways in the first place. Seriously, after beating the story mode, didn't everyone just go online and like barely ever? I mean, like I'm a weird guy that plays story modes over and over again, but
I am too.
I am too. Like most people, I assume just fucking play GTA Online if they're still playing that game after beating it the first time. I mean, even then, that wasn't a crucial moment to the story at all.
And to be honest, I still haven't even seen it. I still have not seen it.
Oh, you personally haven't seen that part?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
It's crazy. I don't know why she still wants to do that.
I say fucking wrap this one up as stupid bullshit and be done with it. I don't know why they would. What is it? They decided to move forward with the case.
Well, even if you wrap shit up and can seep out the sides, I guess that's what's going on now.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
So other than Lindsay Lohan being freaking crazy.
You've pronounced it different every time. You be like Lohan at some point, Lohan. You don't mess with the Lohan. Lindsay Lotion.
Lindsay Lotion.
Lindsay Lotion.
Market
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there you go. Have her body like, oh, that'd be a pretty skinny bottle right there.
Did you hear anything cool before we wrap this shit up?
Fuck. There was something that I saw like earlier today, and I was like, oh, throw this in there. I thought I said it to you in the car, but I don't remember now.
Don't know. You know, actually, one thing. I started playing Smite. You know this.
Yes. We started playing Smite.
Yeah, we all just started playing Smite. Well, you haven't, but
I haven't. I can download it.
Oh yeah, you can. And I think Smite's playable. Is Smite crossplay? If it's not, they're gonna probably add it.
I don't know if it is,
but
either way, we have Xbox Ones. We could play with.
That's
Ray.
true. We could actually.
Yeah, make me sound like the one odd man out here.
You don't have a PC. It's okay.
You are the odd one out.
You are the odd one out. Actually, yeah.
I don't care for PC anyways.
Whatever.
That's a fucking good game though. It's like, you know.
I suppose. Yeah. I guess it's a good game. I still feel like it could do a much better job of teaching you how to play it.
Yeah, that is horrible about the teaching part. You know, one thing I've noticed that's making it easier to get into it. Okay,
having friends?
No, not only that. No, even if you're going in blind though, and you know, you don't have any strategy on what you're going to be putting in. Go ahead when you get a new god, not hero this time. They're actually gods. When you get a new god. Open up their menu, fucking look at what they do, look at their stats, all that stuff, and then just go ahead and make yourself a build. Like, that way you don't have to sit there in-game, like, while the clock is ticking and your team's getting fucked on. You actually have your build pre-built, and it'll buy everything for you. The only thing you have to worry about is your potions. You know, that's an in-the-moment thing, and I'd say even your relics, you could put those in, depending on how they feel.
The problem is building something that will work in practice, because it's like you can be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buff this stat. This god has a really high stat to start with. If you just buff this shit, he'll stomp face in the early game. But then you don't know what's gonna happen depending on who you come against.
Well, that's true. There's that, but you know, a thing that I was thinking of, if you really wanted to like meta game, you could look it up. Fucking what the hell? What the fuck was that?
He wants my beard.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you really want a metagame, go ahead and go online, look up a tutorial, and people will tell you this is the fucking way you play this character. If you want to experiment, though, you could still do your auto buy system, and then after that game, you're like, wow, this really worked. That didn't work.
If you want to experiment, go to college.
Oh god.
Yeah, I pet your beard to distract you, so I could say I feel like we're leaving Ray out right now.
I'm lost in this, so don't even worry about me. I will be playing Smite soon.
Have you played any MOBAs?
I've played one or two. I haven't played a lot of it.
See, I want to just touch on this. The interesting about Smite, it's a MOBA, but it doesn't have at all the same feel. It's a third person. It's like a third person action game, more or less.
So I might like it better.
Yeah, actually, because
like I said, I'll download it today on my Xbox One. Because when I add me the B6511, I'll catch.
Oh yeah, we could all put that there. You're B6511. I'm Genghis Connor.
On Xbox, I'm Captain Shackleback.
Captain Shackleback.
Captain Shackleback.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll download it today. Give it a shot today. If I end up liking it, I'll hit you guys up. If I don't, y'all never heard from me again.
Yeah.
We're still gonna use your garage. You just won't be here.
We'll just arrive. Yeah, and I'm liking it. And we have an actual ready group. That'll start being a series. I think we'll at least start. Maybe not series, but maybe streaming, because it'll give us a use for the Twitch.
I want to apologize for everybody that. Well, I don't know if everybody watched it, but I said I had a PC. I mean, a computer that I can actually do videos on. It took a crap on me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and his little intro video that he had.
So sorry.
Yeah.
It took a crap on me. I'm getting it fixed.
You jinxed yourself.
I know.
I'm all ready to go. But
and I just got the settings perfectly on it and everything.
The laptops. It's just the monitor. It's not actually I have it set to where it doesn't go to sleep. Pet it away. We'll just leave on petting the computer.
No, I think me and Miguel are just gonna be like,
oh god.
There you go.
Like and subscribe.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been UberChat. Keep going.
Oh god, no!
Wait, pull it! No, I was kidding.
Oh, don't pull my beard. This is weird
It's
enough that you're
fabulous,
petting it. Yes, thank you for joining us on UberChat, and we love your faces. Join us every week. You can watch the videos on YouTube.
I want to make love to your
If you're
faces.
watching this, and if you haven't,
A bunch of donkey dicks.
if you're not watching this on YouTube, you're on the SoundCloud. But if you're on YouTube and you don't want to sit there and watch a video, you can hit up the SoundCloud, and you'll get the whole thing in one big old chunk.
Or vice versa if you didn't know there was video, because somehow you found us on SoundCloud.
Yeah, if you just stumbled across us, or they could have been following us on Twitter or whatever, from Tumblr. Yeah. So yeah, there it all is. We love all of you. Thank you for watching / listening.
What are you, Sean Connery now?
Yes.
Okay, bye.
See ya.